We've got earphones on here. Andrew, welcome back to the Terrace, mate. What was your thoughts tonight on Chelsea's opening game at the Club World Cup?
First of all, good evening, Terry. Good night, like whatever time it is for you. I think it's 10:30, probably 10:20 for you.
About 10:20 p.m., yeah.
So for me, firstly, I'm happy that Chelsea won. Always happy that Chelsea wins. I agree with what you said that they did play within themselves, but this sometimes is frustrating about this Chelsea team is that, and I think Enzo Maresca said it in his press conference. He said one of the difficulties that he found during the Conference League is to motivate the players to tell them that the opposite team that they're playing is a tough team, so that they are that they're motivated to play better than what they're imagining. So like this has been a problem with this team for some time now. One thing that he said in his press conference that I did not like is that when they asked him if he was confident in beating this LAFC, he said we're never confident. I don't know if it was because of his the gap between his English and Italian
Yeah.
and Spanish, but he said I don't know if it's a good thing, but we are not confident because we take every team as a good team. So I think that this communication needs to become better from him. I hope it's not going to the same way to his players. The point that you mentioned about Palmer, I think that yeah, he is. It feels like he's trying too hard. That shot that he took that went like way off target. That's not like him. He's normally doing those really finessed shots. He doesn't do those power shots. But he's really like I don't know. He was not able to even his touches were not the best. But yeah, he was always in the game trying to do something. But Neto really had a good game today. He like ran around like crazy, even though the temperatures are different from England and the US. He really ran around, and it's nice to see. I think one of your super chat said it, and I was thinking the same thing. It's nice to see uh, Enzo Fernandez play that Lampard role where he's crashing the box more, and we saw it in the last 6 months. That
Yeah.
role has become something of his, and that goal was. In fact, I like both the goals. Both the goals were like really like well constructed and even well taken goals. With Neto like really keeping his composure, sitting the defender down, finishing in the near post, and I know everybody's talking about Leon Delap's debut, and because it's LAFC, it doesn't matter which team we're playing. The thing that I saw about him in that pass, just that small passage of play, is that he looked up. It was not like some blind cutback to hope, like just cut back and hope somebody's there.
Yeah.
He looked up and that's the football intelligence you need. With Jackson, those things were missing. Jackson was always doing some eccentric things. I think against England with Senegal, he made a pass, Jackson, that I think Senegal like equalized. That was hit and hope. He was trying to clear the ball back into the box. But this was like he looked up, he had control, and that's what's nice to see that Delap has this he has this frame. He knows how to hold the defenders up. It feels like a Diego Costa kind of signing, and I'm really hoping that it's going to come into fruition, and he's going to break that curse of that number 9. But otherwise, I think the game was really good. I know that it's the first game, so I'm going to take the 2-0. I'm happy with the clean sheet. They had a lot of chances. LAFC towards I think after the 65th minute, they had a lot of chances, but there was a lapse in defense. I think there was a lapse in concentration, and yeah, you can expect that with the change in conditions and all of that. But I
I,
hope that this is
yeah.
a lesson.
I,
And
yeah. Listen, Andrew, I hear you, mate. I appreciate you coming on. That's late where you are, my friend. So I appreciate you jumping on. And we'll chat again soon, my friend. Cheers,
see you,
Andrew.
Ted.
Top
Take
man.
care.
Thank you very much indeed. I'm also going to get Raj on next because it's 3 a.m. in the morning for these guys. Then I'm going to come to Little Back Book and Elijah as well. But Raj, what are you here to say, my friend?
Oh my God. Hi, Terry. How are
Right,
you?
mate. I'm very good, my friend. I'm very good. Appreciate you phoning in.
I've been watching you for so many years, man. So sorry. I never
I
expected.
appreciate it,
Yeah.
my friend. Thank you.
So,
Thank you.
and yeah. So I would like to say today, Chelsea, even though I would like to feel they were tired, Like I'd like to think they were tired and exhausted because
Yeah.
they've really put up a difficult and a tiring campaign, and getting top four, and most of the people I see on the panel, they never gave any Chelsea much chance. Yeah. So yeah, it was amazing, and also LAFC, I've got to give them their props. They were really good. So I did not expect such a fight, even though they were like 4-3-3, you know, the low block and all. And I'm happy to see Chelsea basically starting to, break low blocks,
Yeah.
trying to get through them. Yeah, especially Pedro Neto. I think he is on a vengeance campaign this year. People have actually taken him really lightly, I, I'd say, yeah, because of his performance last year. And Asugo, I'm interested in Asugo as well. The way he took the ball and he
Yeah.
went almost to the D box. Uh, I'd say yeah, he's going to be really a relief for Caicedo and Lavia. We all know Lavia is not going to be playing all the games, right? So
Yeah,
yeah,
of course.
that's
Having those backups is important. As you say, a good first result, positive performance. And I think I'm going to be intrigued to see Chelsea as the competition improves moving forward. But, clean sheet, 2 goals, comfortable start. Raj, I appreciate you coming on, mate, and having your say. Thank you very much, my friend. And we'll speak to you again soon. Top man. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Little Black Book is on with us now. Hello, mate. How are you?
What's good, Terry? You're right, yeah?
I'm very well, my friend. Let everybody know who you support and what you're here to say.
I'm a Chelsea boy. I can't lie to you through and through. You know what I mean? So shout out to you as well. I love your platform, bro. And I love
Thank
the
you,
work
mate.
you've been doing as well.
Appreciate that, my friend. Thank you.
No worries, man. No, man, look, I have to say quickly, the brother just kind of said it before me. I love Roy Delap. I love watching him play. For me, because I think he encompasses what Chelsea really need. A little bit of aggression, direct, dribbles, not afraid to go at a defender, not afraid to run off the ball, make the right kind of run. I think this game highlighted, I think, what he can do for Chelsea. And I think him wearing the number 9 is fitting. Because if you look at the number 9 previously, they usually have a kind of, the ones that don't make it usually have a certain type of build. Like if I see Jackson, if he was a number 9, I'll be scared because he going fall to that curse, right? We need someone who's going to be a little bit more bullish. I think the key thing we have to wait to see is if he can do it for Chelsea, is whether he can take half chances, number 1. Number 2, can he create his own chances as well, right? I think that's what separates the strikers that are good from the ones that are really, top notch. And I think just watching him, the way that he played today, a little bit bullish in there a little bit as well. Just make sure he's using his strength, and I love that. I think for us as Chelsea, I think the next thing going forward, I love the game as well. I think for me personally, I don't mind. As long as you win the game and you're able to manage the game, I'm always gonna be happy. Now we've got a group of young boys. That's not an excuse, but what I would say is I think they need 1 or 2 experienced players. It is the cool heads that need to prevail. At times when you're young, you are inconsistent. And so I think 1 or 2 just decent older players who can just kind of captain the side through. Right now, I'm looking at, I love Reece James. I think he's amazing. And I think he's inspirational in terms of like being a quiet leader. I have no problem with that. I just think we need 1 or 2 players who can just take the shoulder and be like, yo, we're with you. We are supporting you. And we're going to help navigate this team through it. And I think the last point I want to make, so I don't want to talk too long, is that for this particular team, the hardest thing I think for Chelsea they've had for the last few years, playing football myself, the hardest thing you ever have, I play midfield. When you have a striker who doesn't score all the time, right? And I'm talking about easy chances. That's what Jackson does. He causes more pressure on the defense because he doesn't score those goals. So what ends up happening is that when you're a defender and you're watching someone like Jackson, you're like, go on, shoot then. I don't mind if you shoot. Because if you shoot, we know you're probably going to miss, right? And that allows a defender not to feel afraid. Like if I'm facing Thierry Henry, I know give him 1 chance. If I give Van Nistelrooy, give him 1 chance, give him an inch, he gonna score. And I think that we're lacking that with Jackson. So I wanted to see what's gonna happen with Delap. If he can be that kind of striker that can bang, get 1 shot, get half a chance, bang it, isn't a goal, I think it'll be amazing. But great game today.
Yeah, look, I think Delap's got something about him, and yep, the opposition isn't the highest level, but then I expect to see someone stand out, and I felt he did in that short cameo that he got. I was hoping he was going to get longer. There's some tougher games to come in this tournament, for him. But I said it all along. I wanted United to get him. I think there's a star in there, and I think there's a few strikers in Europe. Delap being one, Šeško is another. Where it's so ironic because the majority of the people that are saying don't want him, haven't scored enough goals, are the same people where when you say Bruno's top class, look at the numbers that go, don't just look at stats. You actually start dissecting. You start dissecting the people that say that there's a massive crossover. And I sit there and go, okay, so the stats of Delap and the stats of Šeško matter, but Bruno's don't. When I watched Delap play, I saw an individual that would put balls into dangerous areas, would find space, but the ball wouldn't come to him. Why? Because he was playing in a team that lacked the quality to either finish the chances that he helped create or didn't get the ball to him in dangerous positions. And like that cross that he puts in, if he puts that cross in and nobody box crushes, that cross would have been considered a loss of possession. Yeah. And someone would look at the stats and go, look, you made 4 crosses today, none of them complete. He's crap. Well, that's because you're not watching football. You're reading statistics. You've got to do those two things at the same time with a player like Delap. And for me, I think you guys have bought a potential superstar. I really do think he's a potential superstar.
Question for you, though. I know it's Chelsea Live, but who would you want to take over your striker position right now? Because I know obviously the OUTCLASS thing was happening. It's a bit mad. I know I saw the live. It's fresher.
Bruv, I watched Tevez score a hat-trick last night in Soccer Aid. I'd take he's definitely. I looked at he looked slim as ever. Look, I reckon he's on them fat jabs though, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like he's losing weight like you wouldn't believe. Because I know you do like social commentary and stuff, right? Relationship talks. There's a lot of people on them fat jabs at the minute to help their relationships, and maybe that's why he's doing it. I'm telling you. But like for me, it's one of them things where I want Gyökeres, I like Šeško, I like Ekitike, I like Mateta. I'm really open-minded. A lot of United fans are very specific at the minute. I want this guy. I actually think there's quite a good amount of talent to help raise our floor at United. I see the Mateta is a good option because he's got that prem-proven nature, excellent age, experience, availability. But then I do like the look of the Ekitikes and the Šeškos because I think what they can become in the future. So yeah, I like them all. But again, Delap, I thought for £30 million, I think that's going to go down as well. I think it's going to go down as one of the best signings you guys have made in many a year. I really do.
I wasn't a fan of Ekitike, I can't lie to you, but because I feel like he has a matching range with Jackson. They run with the ball, and he's a bit more smoother dribbler. But if I'm looking at something, I want someone to be a proven lethal finisher.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I hear you. I sometimes I'm not sure if he'll become that, which is true. But it always matters about the makeup of your team. And I think with Mbeumo's and Bruno's and Cunha's, you might be able to get away with that. Terry, would I take João Felix at United? No, because he's worse than what we got, mate. I wouldn't. No, you couldn't pay us to take him. And that's no disrespect.
$5 million?
Honestly, I'd rather keep Højlund.
Wait, wait. What system does Man United need to start playing? Because I think it's a system issue. I don't think the players. They're bad. Some of them are bad, but I really do feel like it's a system issue and a confidence issue for the Man United. Honestly,
I see it the other side, but similarities. Okay. It's a confidence issue, but it's because we don't have the players that can play the system. And United have done. I get why someone who's not a United fan may see it that way. My issue is at my club is that we haven't addressed. We keep adapting to what we've got instead of buying what we need. So we'll say we haven't got enough players to make the system work, so let's just change the system to accommodate the players, and we do that for 18 months and then we go in a new direction and it's messy. I think what we have to do is go, this is the system. Okay, these 15 players don't work. Over 2 windows, you buy players that do and see where we go. So I would rather do it that way around because it's the complete opposite to how we've operated, and we've obviously got worse over a decade. So I'd like to do it the other way around, but I hear you. Listen, bro, please phone back in again. It'd be great to hear your thoughts on that. And I just gone and followed your channel as well. Go check out it with a little black book. Great channel. Go and subscribe to that now, people. Cheers, mate. Thank you. Top man. Thank you.